What's up, everybody? It's your boy 45 back in the building with another edition of the Hot Seat. Got a special guest with me, all the way from PA to H Town. Now she's doing her thing. She has her own business, and it's going to continue to grow because we're going to help it grow. Welcome to the motherfucking show, Jamie.
Oh my gosh, thank you.
So what's the deal? How you doing?
I'm doing great. How's your night going?
Oh, it's going. Just drinking some cognac, relaxing a little bit.
After work
Indeed.
vibes. It's a Friday evening. We're hanging out.
So I wanna ask the question that everybody wants to know. How many coochies did you wax today?
Today, probably 7 to 8.
Seven? Wait, so you trying to say 7 for sure? A possible coochie? Is that a thing?
No, I just can't remember the amount of clients I've had today. It's been a very long one, but
Oh,
I'm pretty sure it was like 7 or 8.
I'm about to say, what the hell does a possible coochie look like when it's getting waxed?
It was only one half, just one lip.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
That's very interesting. It's very interesting. All right, so let's back up a bit, man. Tell everybody who you are, where you from,
Awesome.
and then we get into the part of what you actually do.
Yes. So, my name is Jamie, and I am originally from a small town outside of Philadelphia. I've been a full body waxer for almost 6 years now. I worked for a chain for about 5 and branched out to do my own thing almost a year ago. We're coming up on a year, April 1st. April 1st is also the business anniversary of my father's business. So it's actually a pretty emotional tie for me. But yeah, it's been absolutely amazing. It's been super hard going into business during the pandemic, but what an eye-opening and humbling experience on my end. But I service everything head to toe, full body waxing. I do eyebrows, lamination, tinting. I'm also a permanent makeup artist, so I can tattoo the brows on if you really do like them.
Okay. So, do you have to have what do you think if somebody would say like, "Hey, I want to be a waxer"?
Mm-hmm.
What is some type of advice would you give them before they jump into the waxing game?
Well, I mean, first of all, the legalities, you just have to, be a cosmetologist or esthetician. That's all you need. The state of Texas schooling is not crazy long for aesthetics. It's maybe 6 months. But words of advice, I guess I would have, make sure that you are comfortable. You have to express yourself and show to your client that you are as comfortable as possible because you want your client to feel as comfortable as possible. And also making sure that you can connect to them on just a relationship, friendship level and making them, like I said, feel comfortable. It's all about the experience. If we're being completely honest, your skills are, definitely a really big part of it. And schooling is absolutely, what's the word I'm looking for? A need, but what's also extremely valuable within the business and sets you apart from everybody else is how you experience that client and how that client experiences you.
Okay. So, I mean, the thing about it is, I'm sitting because I had an opportunity to go to your shop, your
Mm-hmm.
beautiful shop, and get my back waxed,
Mm-hmm.
which is obviously something I don't do, but I know y'all needed a male model, so I was like, oh, why not? Something
Yeah.
fun, right? And not only is the wax pretty hot, but it's just the whole experience, and you can't help but start talking. So I'm
Right.
pretty sure people just open up to you that probably would never normally open up to you, right?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, you get to know people on just such an intense level. And I mean, they also know so much about me and sometimes more than I even kind of know about myself. But, it's a journey that you go through with these people because I have clients I've been seeing every single month I've been living in Houston for 3.5 years. So 3.5 years. And we've just built such a connection and, things happen to them and we cry together sometimes. It becomes an emotional friendship that we don't hang out outside of the salon, but it's just a place for them to go, especially moms or people just going through it. It's my suite is an escape. I want people to come to me and feel like they can just take a breath and lay down. I mean, as uncomfortable as the service might be, it's also a release, emotional and physical.
Now, so you wax all ages, all this certain in between certain ages, or
Correct. I mean, the legalities of it are, 18 plus for intimate areas. I do
right?
18 plus regardless. I will 100% service a minor, but with parental permission or parents in the room.
Mm. Now, I was asking that question because I'm sitting there thinking, like, I wonder, do 80-year-old women get waxed?
Oh,
Like
yeah,
60-year-old women, do they get waxed? You know what I'm saying? Something like that, right? Those
absolutely.
real hot, those real hot old ladies. No
Yeah.
offense. I don't know if I'm being politically correct. It's the
No,
cognac. Don't get mad at me, people.
it's okay. It's okay. No, absolutely. Granny gets waxed. Like, I love especially when it's their first time. Oh my gosh. Anybody over 50, when it's your first time to get a wax, I think it's the most fun we ever have together because, like, they're like, why haven't I done this before? I feel like I'm 20 again. And it's just like such a like awesome experience to make somebody feel so good about themselves.
Yeah, definitely. So, has anybody ever came in there on a dare? Like, have you ever got
Yeah.
one of those?
Mhm.
Yeah,
I've also had to fix a dare. I had a dude come in with
fix a
like a
dare.
yeah, he had like a bunch of wax on his chest, and somebody tried to wax him from a dare, and he had to come in and get help.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, it was bad. Poor guy.
So, so what? So what area did they get waxed for the dare? Not the one with obviously the guy
Mm.
with his chest, but the other one. What was the area they had to get waxed?
I've done like one or two like guys' underarms, like they get their armpits waxed. Um, I Nothing like ever like super crazy for being honest. I wish that my wax life was a little bit more interesting than it is, but nobody brings me fun stuff.
So, but if you ever start getting like those interesting clients, would you ever write a book and call it "Wax On, Wax Off"?
Hell yeah. That's a dope name.
So talk a little bit about your location because, like I said, I had an opportunity to go out there and check it out. Remember when you first opened, I had an opportunity to go out there and just check it out.
Mhm.
Um, and it's just so different. It's really unique. It's like you think about on reality TV how they have these house of influencers and things like that. You
Mhm.
guys actually have like a whole building dedicated to like beauty and maintenance,
Yeah,
right?
it's super cool because we're all independent owners as well. All of us are sole proprietorships. We're all entrepreneurs. We don't work for anybody besides ourselves, and it's such a really awesome community to be a part of. So they're popping up all over. Pretty popular down here in the south, but migrating up in the north and everything. But there's salon suites. So basically, it's an entire building or section of a building. Like me, I'm kind of in a warehouse area. We actually have a super super dope location compared to all of the others in the Houston area. We're in a old warehouse factory located in the museum, oh not museum, in the arts district, East Heights location, and so we're right behind the silos, and it's super cool because we just expanded up to 70 beauty professionals within the suites now, and it's kind of a maze. You just walk through and each person has these big huge glass windows and you can see within their whole suite if you want to. Some have like curtains up, but like I do for privacy, but you can see within the whole suite everybody's personality, and each step you take you literally see a whole person like just spewed into this room. Like it's just so crazy to see the different personalities within each of these little four walls. You know what I mean? And it's such a beautiful community to be a part of because everyone is so like motivational towards each other, and we post each other and share clients and recommend each other, and it's just like it's a really dope thing to be a part of. I really recommend people to come check it out even if you're not getting a service done. I mean, go talk to the people that are in there. We have everything from massage therapists to hair to nail tech, and me, I do waxing and eyebrows. Come check me out.
For sure. Now I know you said like you've been going through the pandemic like everybody else, but
Hmm.
your business has been really thriving. So have you ever thought about bringing somebody else on, like taking them under your wing and
Yeah.
just let them do like an internship or entrepreneurship type deal?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, a big thing that I'm actually about to start launching more publicly is going to be one-on-one trainings. But that's more so people who also want to get into the field without having to go into a company. They just want to go straight into entrepreneurship, or somebody who's already in the field and wants to sharpen their skills and or add waxing into their service. So that's the first step that I'm taking, is to start pushing that out there. I've had a couple trainees. You got waxed by my trainee. She was fantastic. So it's
Definitely,
a
she was awesome. She
yeah,
had pretty eyes too.
yeah, she's so cool. um and so that's the first step, and then that also creates the motion for, I'm basically kind of interviewing these people who I'm training. So they have, the potential to even, I could be like, hey, like if you ever want to start off, with me, start taking clients with me, that could be the blossom of, bringing on somebody else. As of right now, I'm not really seeking that, just because I like it all to myself right now. But definitely an assistant. That'd be cool.
Okay. Now, what is the end? Like, what is the end goal for what you're doing? Like, what do you think is, like, what is like, well, not maybe not the end goal, but what is the next thing? Like, besides the one-on-one classes, like you talked
Hmm.
about, and then possibly bringing somebody else on under your wing. What is something else that you want to venture off into?
Well, I mean, to be honest, the next step for growth is, branding and franchising. I mean, I would like to have an entire line under my name, entire wax line, aftercare, and pre and post professional lines. Also, franchise my name. Uh, Start to pop up in more places. Keep my, I have a very kind of not unique, but a special way of doing things, just because I know how to work with every single hair type. I've done my research. I'm very educated on how to make sure that this is going to last for you. I'm not breaking hairs. I'm making sure that this is the best, service possible. And I want to branch out and bring that to as many people as I possibly can.
Got you.
Hmm.
Now, when men go in, do men flirt with you when they go, or are they usually with the wives or their girlfriends or somebody?
Yeah, I mean, it depends on the environment. I've definitely been flirted with during a wax, but I do have a very strong personality when it comes to having a man who's getting a service by me. So normally they don't. They also
What
kind of,
about ladies? Any ladies? Any ladies try to shoot their shot?
I don't know. I'm really bad at picking up when women are flirting with me.
Mm.
So bad.
Well, I mean, it's I'm asking because I don't know if when people take a look at your picture, they see like you're a very beautiful woman. Tattoos
Thank
look
you.
awesome.
Thank
You've
you.
rocked the short hair, killer personality. You know what I'm saying? So I was just wondering, like, hey, like, I wonder if anybody just says, hey, you know what? I like her Instagram. Let me go get waxed real quick.
I mean, probably, for to be honest, I just looked at my message request and somebody was like, I followed you because I thought you were cute, but is this a business? I was like, oh my God.
Now, I also noticed that you've done a little modeling too, right?
Oh my gosh, no. That was
No.
that was just for funsies.
Okay. You look like a natural at it. Have you ever done modeling before?
Actually, I have when I was a kid. I was a little kid and I did a bunch of modeling classes and acting classes. I was gonna be in those little kid commercials.
All right, all right. So you've always knew that this is what you were destined to do, is be a waxer. You knew that for a fact. I mean, like I said again, it's a great field to get into.
Right.
Lots of places you could take it. Like you can even start doing waxes for porn stars and athletes and all
Exactly.
these different things and offer all these services. I think that's
Mhm.
pretty amazing and it's definitely inspiring.
Yeah, so yeah, I was just talking to a client about this today because it kind of also circles back to the comfortability aspect of it. I when I was a little girl, unfortunately, I had a little bit of a skin problem in my lady bits, and I just had to go to the doctor just to make sure it was, everything was fine, everything was fine, but I had to go very frequently. And that exposure at such a young age really made me comfortable with, people looking at me and in a professional space, you know what I mean? So
Mhm.
I took all the tactics that made me feel comfortable and applied that to my business. And that's where I think it also comes full circle to like being a waxer is I was made to feel comfortable in a situation that was deemed very uncomfortable at a young age. And for this to be a service that is actually kind of until recently, like in the quotes, taboo and also not super talked about, and it's an uncomfortable service. I want to make people feel comfortable. And I really, I like, making people feel beautiful too.
And not only do you make them comfortable, make them feel beautiful, you actually make their lady parts look beautiful. Talk a little bit about is it vajazzling?
Oh my goodness, I love them. They're amazing. So they're Swarovski crystals. It's dermatologist approved adhesive, so it's not going to cause you any type of irritations. I personally use them with my skin sensitivity. I forgot they were there, to be honest. It lasts 7 to 12 days. It's very, very durable, awesome. It doesn't come off in the shower. They are easily removed. You just use a little bit of oil and they'll come right off. But it is such an adorable little like I don't know. It's so cute. I just love when people are like, I can't wait to surprise my husband. I can't wait to surprise my girlfriend. Like this is so cute.
Now, can you do like any type of design, or is this like certain ones that you can do?
Yeah, so well, it depends. So I can do both. I have a bunch of pre-done designs, and those all are going to be the ones that are going to have the longevity. Whereas the freehand is going to be kind of like your one night stand your type of deal. It's going to be like a one night only. So this is like you come in right before your anniversary that you're going to dinner tonight, and I'm going to do that, and then you're going to enjoy it. And then unfortunately, it's going to come off because for that I use a special effects makeup water based adhesive skin safe glue. And unfortunately, that is just not as durable as the dermatologist glue.
Now, talk a little bit about some of the myths when it comes to waxing. Like what
So
are some of like?
many.
Cause it's right. There is so mean. I hear women. Um, I hear women talk about, oh, like you shouldn't wax, you shouldn't shave down there, blah blah
Hmm.
blah. The hair is meant, but me and you talked about this before, and it's like, man, that's like so prehistoric way of thinking
Hmm.
when it comes to like hygiene and just just being comfortable.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, because you talked about prehistoric times, which is absolutely correct. I mean, at that time, we didn't have anything like clothing and sanitary options to protect us from bacteria and insects and anything to get inside our orifices and things down there. So we needed the hair to protect us, which we really don't need now. And the advancements in sanitation and women's hygiene has we really just need to be clean. That's all, girl. You don't need hair. You need whatever you prefer. I'm never going to make a woman's decision for her. She doesn't need to get waxed, but if she wants to, she can get by me.
For
But
sure.
another
Now I've
one,
seen. Oh,
what
go ahead. What's another one? No, go ahead. Go ahead.
another one is that when you wax, your hair comes back thicker,
Mhm.
which is absolutely false because when you think about it, when you shave, you are creating a very blunt edge of that hair. So, yes, in return, that hair is going to look a lot thicker when you grow it out. So, yes, shaving is going to turn your hair thicker. When you wax, you're fully removing the hair from the root. So, that hair has to regrow naturally. So, if you look at your arm hair, that's not something you normally shave, that is a natural hair growth. So the hair that returns is going to start to grow back like your arm hair, a lot thinner, more fine, pointed tip. It may take a hot minute, maybe 3 to 4 waxes for things to come back as soft and as light, but you will notice a huge difference after that first one in the thickness of your hair. So anybody who tells you that thickness, your hair's going to get thicker if you wax it, absolutely not.
So, what's the easiest part of the body to wax?
You want the real answer because it's actually really crazy.
Yeah.
Your nose.
Oh yeah.
Yes, the inside of your nose. And
Hmm.
listen, the next person to send me a video of a barber sticking a Q-tip halfway up someone's brain, I'm going to scream. That is not how you wax a nose. Oh, it's so awful. That's why people are so scared to get that service because of these horrifying videos that have been going all around TikTok and social media. Awful.
Are
Go
you
to
a
a
fan?
real
Are you on
waxer.
TikTok?
Not currently. I mean, I do have a TikTok account for the business. I'm not currently on the app just because that was very unfortunately detrimental to my productivity. So she's taking a break right now, but definitely on Instagram, underscore NKD SKN underscore.
Okay, okay, okay. Now, my next question is, what's the hardest part of the body to wax?
Now, are we talking hard for me or hard for the client?
Either or.
Hmm. Hard for the client would probably be men's chest, stomach, or if you're brave enough, manzillion. Um, Women probably legs. But if you're talking for me, like the hardest thing for me to wax, men's arms. Oh my God, y'all have the driest arms. It sucks all the moisture out of my wax. Nobody knows how to use lotion anymore. It's so
Yo,
annoying.
how do you ask a person has dry arms? How is that a thing? Dry arms?
You can have dry anything. Your skin can be dry anywhere.
Okay, okay, okay.
hmm
Now,
I'm
I've seen these. Now, what'd you say? You say you seen what?
Well, I had this one guy who I was like, he would come get waxed by me every single month, all the time. We would do almost full body. But I got to the point where I stopped waxing his hands because he would not use lotion. So I told him I was not going to wax his hands until he started to use lotion. So he looked like a bald, naked mole rat with hairy ass hands
Yo,
until
that's insane.
he started
I've never
using
heard somebody
lotion.
waxing their hands.
Well, I mean, if you're
It's
gonna
like,
wax
yeah,
your arms, you might as well wax the hair off your hands. You're not a hairy man, so you don't understand.
uh, no, I'm not. I'm not a hairy man at all. You're
No.
absolutely right. But
You may have gotten your back waxed, but you didn't get anything waxed.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I figured that much. Like, I'm not a real hairy person. I guess that's a good thing. Um,
Absolutely.
Now, my next question is: I've seen these. Well, it's a statement backed up by a question, but I've
Mhm.
seen these machines. They're like they blow steam on a woman's lady parts.
Mhm.
Because I follow some waxers on Instagram for like other states and stuff like that. Is that really a thing, or is that just something that somebody's just like, you know what? I think it's kind of cool to blow steam up a woman's vagina.
Yeah, what you're watching is a vajacial. So it's basically a facial for the skin around the vagina area, the bikini area. So people
So,
who suffer from ingrowns, all that fun stuff, it's a really good service for.
so is that why they were rubbing it?
Yeah. Yeah, so
So
she's probably exfoliating. The steam is going to open up the follicle and the pore, and it's going to help the product penetrate deeper, so the effect of the product is a lot stronger on the skin.
so is that like an equivalent to a happy ending in the waxing world?
No.
Not a happy
No.
ending in the waxing.
It's probably one of the most least pleasurable things because you see only the nice parts of the vajacial. It's a lot of tweezing and poking and prodding and getting all these little hair bumps out and everything. So it's not a fun service. So that was probably some soothing cream to make that girl feel better.
All right, before I let you go, I got to ask you this question:
Yeah.
What is the most embarrassing moment ever given a wax to somebody?
Mm. This is a sad one though too because I unfortunately lost her as a client. She was seeing me for like a solid year and a half, almost 2 years, like super religiously every 2 weeks. Like it was like a therapy appointment for this girl. And I was waxing her the one day and I was going to do her butt strip, and she reached back and she touched her butt and she pulled her hand back forward and realized that she had poop on her finger and was like super embarrassed and like listen, that is not a uncommon occurrence. It's not a super common occurrence, but it happens and I do my job and move on. I don't address the client unless it's a crazy absurd amount, which has never happened, you know. But she was so embarrassed that I never saw her again. This is a woman who sent me Christmas cards in the mail, Halloween cards. We were tight, and she was so embarrassed, and she never saw me again.
I'm speechless. And on that note,
Uh, thank you,
oh
thank you, thank
man,
you.
tell the people how they can get in touch with you and book with
Uh,
you.
Awesome. You can find me at Naked Skin. That is NKD SKN on Instagram. It is underscore NKD SKN, N as in Nancy, underscore at the end of that as well. You can also find me at nakedskinwax.com, NKDSKN wax, WAX.com. And I look so forward to servicing each and every one of you. And we're going to have such a fun time. And I can't wait to see and share my glow up with you and talk when we have some more further things to talk about.
Oh boy, and this your boy 45, and this has been another edition of Hot Seat. If you want to be on the show, you want to get at me, hit me up at I am 45. That's just how it spells. IAM45. Take it easy and have a blessed day.
You hot seat.